Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. It's been a couple of days since this article came out. About a day and a half. We're going to talk about this a little bit. Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy. Joker filmgoers walk out over violent scenes as death threats close cinemas. Well, here's the thing. This article is from the Daily Star. This is a giant blown out of proportion, thing. And here's the thing, though. It's so believable. In this day and age, you can absolutely believe that some of these people would be that upset over going in and seeing in an R-rated movie people doing, things that they might not want to see, right? We're in a day and age of this modern day puritanism, if I can say the word correctly, where people don't want to see anything graphic, anything, I don't know. And I kind of blame a lot of how Hollywood has promoted a lot of these sort of superhero kind of films into this sort of cookie cutter, you kind of know what you're getting every time. Marvel movies are going to be pretty much for everybody. They're not going to be super offensive. They're going to have a little bit of diversity tweaking here and there. But for the most part, a Marvel movie or most of the DC are going to be like green screen and a couple of actors in motion capture suits punching each other for about 2 hours. There's not going to be a lot of consequences. There's not going to be a lot of stakes, I should say, in a lot of these Marvel and DC movies until we get to something like the Joker. So you see a headline like that and you can think, oh yeah, it's an R-rated movie. It's very violent. It's very graphic. It's disturbing. I was very disturbed and terrified by a lot of the stuff in this movie. I haven't seen a good horror movie like that in a long time, and I've been really, really itching for one. So thank you for The Joker being probably the scariest movie I've seen in a while. I used to love horror until it just all became a bunch of CGI and jump scares. This movie takes a really great look at how scary a person can be. But at the end of the day, this is kind of a fake news clickbaity headline because that's not at all anything that's really, really happened here. You had one person. Well, we'll get into that. And I have to elaborate on my video here. CNN put out a tweet a couple days ago. The Joker, the film about a marginalized clown who goes on a killing rampage, is facing a wave of criticism that glorifies as a killer and could encourage copycat attacks. Right? And of course, the media is so wonderful that they don't even understand. I think they might understand what they're doing here. So I retweeted this. Here's a new headline. Media encourages copycat killings for ratings and to trash white males. Because that's what it seems like. But there's a great meme. And also shout out to my good friend Wizard of Ass. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, check it out. He does a lot of great, hilarious action figure reviews. Just hilarious guy. This little meme has been going around. And I have to show this. Oh man, you guys, wouldn't it be bad if somebody shot up the Joker movie? What a horrible tragedy it would be if somebody went and yeah. The experts agree. It's highly likely that someone's going to do it. And that's the next thing that they go to. And then nothing. There's nothing. Please, damn it, somebody do it. We need the clicks. That's what it feels like. That's really, really what it feels like. If they can't legit have anything happen, they're just going to make this crap up. And a lot of people had retweeted that to me. A lot of people had sent that, which is great, because I love that all of you guys are smart. We're smart. It's a lot of the other people that might not be. But here, this guy's another one. He's a smart one too. I'm assuming it's a guy. I don't know who did this, but this is from thecount.com. Reports of the Joker movie walkouts may have been fake. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit of a spin. You have one or two people saying, yeah, I left the theater and nothing. Controversial movie, Joker. I can never say that word. has raised concerns after fans filed out of the theaters worldwide following the film's global release this weekend. That's the way we started off our Friday article that was based on breaking daily news story, also published Friday. See, and the way that reads is like there's just mass walkouts, mass boycotts, mass whatever. And I don't think people in general are going to be that clueless about a movie. You know, if they know, okay, this is R-rated, it's not going to be... Like, if they see a bunch of, like, a family at the theater workers are probably going to say, yeah, this is, like, not... You know, are you sure you want to see this? They'll do the responsible thing, except, you know, if you're buying tickets online and you don't interact with a human, like I always do. But, you know, for the most part, I think people are going to know what kind of movie they're going into. And yeah, you're going to have one or two people that might be a little disturbed. It's like me. I look away on some horror movies because they get a little too graphic and they're more about showing gore and the you know, disturbing parts of it than actually scaring me. I'm like, ew, that's not scary. That's just gross. I don't want to see it. And this movie has some of that too. Don't get me wrong. There's some moments like, but at the end of the day, he's the bad guy. He is the bad guy. The article continues here. The Daily News article claimed moviegoers worldwide filed out of the Joker in theater protests. But now we're learning it's hard to find anyone to back up the claims. Exactly. The Daily Mail wrote on Friday, among a flurry of messages in the microblogging site, one fan wrote, literally just walked out of the screening of the Joker. Way too terrifying to be there with all this going on in the movie. It glamorizes the violence and mental health issues. No, it doesn't. You kind of needed to see the whole thing. It really doesn't glamorize it. It shows you have to kind of watch and pay attention to the movie. It doesn't glamorize it. It's supposed to make you kind of think, oh crap, this is not a good thing. This is not a good thing to create these sort of anti-heroes as a society. And that's kind of one of the messages you can get out of this movie if you really pay attention to it. And that's one of the things that's so great about this movie is that you can go in and watch it one time and then you can kind of come back to the next time you watch it, and I need to watch this again and see another way, because you're going to be looking for the subtle nuances. You're going to be looking for the cues. Like, did the music change here in this moment when it's this way? You know, what is different here? Is Joaquin's body language as Arthur different in this scene versus this scene? You know, what is the catalyst? What's the change? What's the big difference? Is it this reason or is it... Oh, God, and it's so good. You guys have to see it if you haven't. You guys probably already saw it because it's already #1 at the box office. It is record high box office for October. It's not really worth making a whole video on, but, you know, just let you guys know. It made like 93 million already this weekend. The article continues here. The online UK-based news giant then posted the following Joker moviegoer tweets to bolster their claims of the mass walkouts. Users pen just walked out of the Joker. Haven't been this anxious in a movie theater since good effing time, or Good Time, F man. Yeah, since Good Time. Oh, Good Time was another movie. It is anxious. It's an anxious movie. It doesn't say he walked out completely. I've never walked out of a movie with a Joker. I came very close. Would have walked out of the Joker after an hour and a half if the missus would have let me. Don't do it, folks. So they actually show the real tweets here. If I didn't see the Joker with a friend, I probably would have walked out of the theater thinking someone would tell Orange Man to shut up. White dude next to me walked out of the Joker in the last few minutes of the movie and had me a little shook, not gonna lie. Well, if you're walking out of the last few minutes, I can tell you why you might be doing that. It's got that thing where you think it's going to end, and then it doesn't. Or, you know, and then pretty much the last couple of minutes, you're like, oh, okay, and then this is going to happen, and then this. Once you get past the kind of false ending, so maybe he saw it already. Maybe he kind of knew, oh, okay, I've seen this all before, this is all rehash, or, okay, I get what you're doing here. Maybe he had to get out of the theater so he wouldn't be stuck in the parking lot, you know? Maybe something like that. Sounds bad, but we look on Twitter, we cannot actually locate a single person who was prompted to exit a Joker theater. And conversely, the reviews were almost all gushing and stellar. See, they're just taking people's tweets out of context. Like if I say, oh God, I just walked out of the Joker and it was so horrifying and terrifying. That doesn't mean I left the movie early. That means I left the theater after it ended, once the credits started going, and I didn't know if there was an end credit scene or not because I figured they wouldn't in this one. It's not setting up something else. Anything it sets up already or doesn't or whatever. After we posted our story, that was based on information in the Daily Mail story, we started getting social media pushback from annoyed fans who claimed the news of the walkout was not news at all and more of a mass media propaganda hit piece. Here's the tweet that started it all. So, Laura Lux retweets CNN. That's the thing I retweeted about the copycat thing. The media isn't just going to let this rest until they get the Joker-inspired shooting spree they want. From Laura Lux. Who's Laura Lux? Who are you? Do I know you? Come on, let me click you. You are an Austin cat lady. Oh, you're a Twitch streamer. Okay, you're a Twitch chick. All right. I don't know who you are, but that's who this is. She's a Twitch streamer, apparently. So she might be pretty smart if she's saying something like this. I can agree with that. I don't know anything else about her. Yes, and on that note, see, the count, that's what this site is. On October 5th, they released this. Controversial movie has raised concerns after fans fled the theaters worldwide. Then came the pushback. So a couple of people on Twitter, they're too weak for a movie equals worldwide outrage. These media outlets are so desperate, they read a bunch of fake tweets and wrote an article. And that's what it really feels like. That is exactly what this feels like. Oh, ducks. Oh, look at your ducks. Joker in a nutshell. Oh, look at your duckies. I gotta see I see. Oh. I got distracted by cute ducks. And that's what usually happens with me. I will get distracted by cute ducks. See, what do you think? Did you see the movie and walk out, or did you just love it? I saw the movie and I walked out after it ended. And I did love it. I really did love it. But that's the thing. They saw a couple little tweets here that were here, like, okay, this guy. I walked out of this movie. # Joker, ban this movie. It's a psychological approach of this mind. I was rooting for him until the shit got real. Oh, man. That's the one I really need to comment on. That is how this is. You root for him until, oh. And that's the character of the Joker, isn't it? That's the Joker in a nutshell. He is charismatic. He is likable, but not because he's still the bad guy. But you still like seeing him. And that is a good villain. And we don't have a lot of good villains. And I think people are forgetting with all these garbage villains that we've gotten, everything from Wonder Woman to, what is it, like the Steppenwolf guy, to all of these other villains that we've gotten. Even villains in Marvel haven't been good. Come to think of it. I can't remember a lot of good villains. Like Shazam had a decent one in DC. But man, I don't remember a lot of these villains even, except maybe Thanos, and was he really a villain or not? But for like all these little standalone movies, a lot of time the villains aren't very good in them. And they're there to set up and make the superhero look awesome. I like that we got a good villain. And I like that this is a good villain. And at the end of the day, you are going to be drawn to the Joker. You want to sympathize with him because you're good people and you don't want to see bad shit happen to somebody, right? You don't want to see somebody in pain. None of us want to see that. None of us want to see somebody struggling. And yeah, you do want to root for him because we want to root for the underdog. We want to have sympathy. But if you sit through this movie, you're gonna come out of it feeling disturbed and feeling sympathy to a point, but then you're also gonna be like, oh, can we? Oh yeah, you're still the bad guy. You're still the bad guy. But this tweet right here, it does not say they walked out of. They walked out. I mean, this might be sarcastic. This might be one person that's a snowflake. This might be one person this might be a joke tweet even, because I can't even see this here. But yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I have nothing but glowing reviews of this movie. And I think this is going to be, it starts off at an 8. It was a little predictable. I think it's going to go up over the years, over the months. I think I'm going to see it again and I'm going to like it more. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am Mecha Random 42 and I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.